Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the author community Book Business Bosses, helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a great big old book business boss. So today I have the pleasure of Miss Asanya Moran Royston, who is she is not a novice to the writing game and to the publishing game. This is her second book in the series, the Crazy Cool Cousins Adventure series, which there'll probably be more books to come. And
Absolutely.
but she has a new book that just came out called The Bully Plan. Now, I want Sonia to introduce herself, tell us a little bit about not only her second book, but her first book, emphasize her second book, and why'd you write it? What you write it for? Go.
Hi, Julia. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm Sonia Moran Royston, and I wrote the Crazy Cool Cousin Adventures, the project, and the Bully Plan because I want little boys to read. I just want them to read. I want to give them characters that they can relate to and story plans that they can relate to. The first book addresses single fatherhood and hanging out with children and nephews, providing that strong male role model, working on school projects, just doing everyday things that kids need to do and fathers need to be a part of. The bully plan, on the other hand, offers an opportunity for parents to have that very important conversation about how to handle bullying. It's so serious and so pervasive. And I'm telling you what, if you have a child in a school in the company of other children, bullying will happen. Not if, but when it's going to happen. So you want to have those conversations with your children on how you're going to react, what you're going to do, when it really is okay to tell an adult. It's not snitching sometimes. Sometimes it really is important for you to do that thing. So we created the book just so the conversation can be sparked, and it's an ongoing conversation. It's just not a one and done type deal. It's ongoing. You can get my book and the accompanying coloring book, as well as the first book and the first coloring book at Amazon.com, as well as BarnesandNoble.com. You can come to my Facebook page at Sonia Moran Royston and message me, and we can deliver. We will ship. We'll also come to your church or your school and speak to children groups, family groups about how to have that conversation, different exercises just to keep that conversation going. It's so important. It's very, very important. We look forward to hearing from you, and we hope that the book is impactful. Thank you.
Well, one of the things that I noticed. Well, first off, children of color, whether they're African American or Native American or Latin American, they make up the children's books for those children being the lead character in a children's book less than 10%. So therefore, for our children to see themselves on the cover of a book or as a main character in a book is very, very limited and few and far between. So when they go to their school library or the public library, or um, there are more children's book authors coming out there, and I'm encouraging it to do more and more and more. Lasagna will tell you, I'm like, okay, when's your next one coming out? When we're rolling
Right.
out with something else, because we want to have as many books as we can. She puts out one. I just put out a new one, Jackie's Gift, and I'm working on the series for that and growing as the child grows, because we need series where the children see themselves. There's just
Yes.
nothing like it. I've been to large conferences where I know Brianna Hogue has her book cover as a whole 6 foot banner. And when
Yes.
she puts that up, there is nothing like it, especially when the browner children see it. Ah, oh my God, they see themselves, the eyes, the skin color, and all of that. And we could be all night long talking about that. But it's something about when children see themselves, especially when boys of color see themselves as a
Yes.
main character, it gives them a level of importance. It gives them a level of, okay, I matter. Somebody took the time to put me on the cover of a book. Some boy that looks like me, I wonder what that's about. Just seeing themselves on the cover brings the book closer because they want to at least know what it's about. And some children don't care what it's about. It's got me on the cover and he looks like me. And I want to buy that. Well, did you open it? No, I didn't open it. I just want it because it has a picture of me. And it's a self esteem building. And one of the things about LaSonya's books is that, of course, they have strong male characters. They're
Yes.
male role model, and she does have a son. She does have grandsons. So I'm quite sure that is leaving a legacy for the next generation. How important is that to you and for others to do that?
It's very important that you leave a legacy, a strong legacy of parental involvement, having those conversations, having that involvement. It's very important to me that my grandchildren, any kids that I come in contact with, just remember that they matter and the issues that impact them matter.
And I remember so many times that parents would send the money, but they really wanted them to go through the book fair with them to actually in their hand walk them through, look at the books with them, and help them pick it out. I mean, it was just the whole connection piece, and that's one of the things in Sonia's books that we really see is that the taking the time and the parent role model and the kids are just very involved. He's engaged. They're all there together. So we're seeking to create positive images. We have enough negative images. We want
Yes.
as many positive images as possible. So I've got one more question to ask you, and then I'm going to let you go. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, thank you, those of you that have actually shared this broadcast. We really, really appreciate it. If you have comments, if you have questions, be sure the links are in the description and in the title. So feel free to reach out. I have tagged Sonia in this post, so feel free to reach out to her, inbox her, and find out ways to connect with her. But I always want to ask, so what kind of process do you go through when you're actually doing the writing process? What does that look like for you? Because everybody is different. Is it enjoyable? Is it therapeutic? Are you fearful? Are you hesitant? What does that feel like for you?
It looks prayerful at first because I honestly do pray about the process. And I just observe, I see storylines in my grandchildren's activities, when I watch children play, the way they interact, the way my children interact with their children. I see stories all over the place. And while all of the storylines are not specifically experiences my grandchildren have been through, um, I try to look for a storyline in their activities and so forth. So it's a slow process. It's not something I see and run and sit down and write. It's something that I'm prayerful about what will have the most impact.
Now, impact is a key thing, and making an impact and being effective. And sometimes that is a slower process than people who can just see a tree and just start writing a poem about it, which is a
Right.
beautiful gift to have. But sometimes it is a completed task, but be having a thoughtful task makes it a lot long lasting. So thank you for that insight because there's maybe someone who is thinking about writing, always wanted to write, and thought, oh, me, I'm going to write a book. No, but you see a need and you know that there is a need. It is a
Yes.
process. It does take an investment of time and effort, but I believe that it's very, very rewarding long term. Even after I'm
Yes.
gone off the scene, Sonia's gone off the scene, her children's children will be able to have that legacy that my great grandmother Sonia, my great grandmother Big Mama had. She wrote these books and they'll still be there. So that's the beauty of this, being able to be impactful. So please tell the people again how they can contact you, they can get your book, and make connections with you.
Yes, I can. You can get a book, a copy of the book or the coloring book at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. You can reach me on Facebook at Sonya Moran Royston. Again, we come to speak to church groups, school groups, family groups, you name it, we'll be there and we'll have a positive message and a positive experience.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Reach out. Don't say that there's not something out there. Well, I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? We're gonna reach out for the resources and the information that's right at our fingertips, right here, brought to you on social media. And so reach out to Sonya on Facebook and reach out to her, instant message her, get her information, say let's come, share your information when you want her to be there, and I'm quite sure she can rearrange her schedule and her world to be there to help impact the lives of others. So I'm Julia Royston. Thank you so much, LaSonya, for being with us
Thank
tonight.
you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the author community, the book business bosses. You all be blessed always and get the bullying plan, because we're not going to know what to do when if we don't make a plan and work our plan and plan our work. You all have a great day. Bye bye.